Hoi hoi folks, good morning, good afternoon and good evening wherever you are in the world. My name's Sean, aka Uncle Frogface, and welcome to today's video. If you're new here, then welcome. If you're not new, then welcome back. It's a pleasure to see you again. So this week, we are going to be doing another PromptSquad video. So this is my third PromptSquad piece of artwork. Second video that I've made. Was a lot of requests on the last time to share it with you. So it's not going to be a very long video, but this month's prompt was a custom suit of armour. And I kind of struggled with this one. And I had an idea initially to take a photograph of my cat, Tinkerbell, and then kind of draw over the top a custom suit of armour. I didn't quite like where it was going, and it evolved and it turned into something else, and that's what you're about to see. So without further ado, let's switch to the time lapse. Well, almost a time lapse. Before we do that, I just wanted to talk quickly about sketches. So this is a sketch that I did 18 months, maybe 2 years ago. I'd have to go back and check, but I lifted this from my own Instagram. And yes, we do sketches for study and to improve ourselves, but actually they can be an invaluable tool when we are creating work in the future, as you're about to see. So I took this piece and I quite like the pose. It's a little bit skew-if, and I do fix that later, but I just deleted all the kind of extraneous bits that I didn't need and then just started sketching over the top. And this gave me a really solid foundation on something that I had previously done. I didn't have to work that out again because it was already there. So, let's get into this month's prompt. So, if you haven't seen the PromptSquad videos, I will leave a link to the playlist down below. PromptSquad, each month we are given a randomly generated prompt that are all kind of given by us in the community and by yourselves. If you wanted to nominate things, you can always leave a comment in the PromptSquad videos, and they will probably go onto the wheel to go into rotation. And then we have like a Wheel of Fortune style wheel that goes round, and one of them is randomly selected. So this month, so for September, this was Isaiah's prompt of custom armour. And I know Isaiah has been really influenced by Star Wars and The Mandalorian and by doing custom armours, which sat with me for when it came up. That was kind of what was in my brain for a little while, and I was like, do I do that? It really appeals to my geeky nature, but I don't know why. It just didn't work. Nothing really came to mind for what I wanted to draw. So after a little think, I decided that I would take a picture of Tinkerbell and do an overpaint or an overdraw and draw an armour onto a picture of herself. That did not go well. I don't know why. I've done that kind of thing before, where I've taken a photograph and I've drawn over the top of it, or I've modified it, or I've done photo bashing, all that kind of stuff. It's something I actually quite enjoy doing. But it just didn't work this time. It kind of was evolving into this Egyptian style armour, but I just did not like it. So, on the shelf it went. Out. It had to go. So I stopped working on that, and I thought to myself, I'll give myself just a little bit of time. I'll have a think, and I'll come back to this later. And that's exactly what I did. Maybe a little bit too late. So PromptSquad runs from when the video is released in that month and we select the prompt, right through until the end of that month. So I didn't get to working on this until the 31st of August. So literally the day before it had to be in. Some people work really well with the deadline. Some people don't. I can be a little bit hit and miss. Sometimes it works for me. Sometimes it doesn't. I think it worked this time. This took me about 90 minutes. And it was just me sitting with a couple of cups of tea and doodling away in the living room whilst Tinkerbell kept walking around me and bashing me with her tail. I think she was just interested in what I was doing and how I was going to portray her. She definitely rules this house. Tinkerbell is kind of top in the hierarchy. Then it's Andrew and myself. Then it's Buddy, poor Buddy, right down the bottom. Tinkerbell could be a little bit of a bully with Buddy, but he lets her do it, so, you know, more for him. So that kind of queenly warrior aspect is what came out in this picture, and of course it had to be Egyptian because cats, Egypt, it just works. That's just what happens. So that's what this evolved into. I had fun with this. I really did. I always have fun when I'm doing it. I have fun creating. And I have fun creating things for this channel as well. So you'll know the last time we got to 400 subscribers. Since that last video, which was less than a week ago, we're now on 416 subscribers, I think, which is... I mean, I just can't thank you enough. I'm loving doing this. I really enjoy the Scrawler Box unboxings. I enjoy creating pieces of artwork. The miniature master studies. I'm currently sat in my office staring at a stack of art supplies and craft kits that need unboxing and reviewing. I've got more on the way. It's shopaholic, honestly, when it comes to art supplies. But yes, I do have more on the way as well. I've also, since I've got this office, been thinking to myself it would be really nice to take some time and do something a little bit more involved. So I've kind of got into the habit of creating these quick pieces of artwork, whether they be kind of 10 minutes. The miniature master studies take about 20 minutes because of the size of them. These digital pieces I do for kind of PromptSquad and other things, they can take anything from 10 minutes to this one being 90 minutes. So an hour and a half. I've really don't spend a huge amount of time making Scrawler Box, and maybe I should spend a bit more time on, so I do the unboxing videos and then the creation videos, just kind of exploring a little bit more and spending a little bit more time on that. But I think what I'm actually going to do is, now I've got this space, set myself up a canvas in here and just spend time with a piece. So just for myself, and yes, I'll probably share it on YouTube and Instagram, all that kind of thing, because I know you guys are interested and you enjoy the creation process, and that's absolutely fine. I enjoy sharing. I'm kind of natural entertainer and worked in the entertainment industry, so I enjoy that aspect of it as well. But I think I'm just gonna, whether it takes a couple of days or a couple of weeks or even a couple of months. So I've done pieces in the past that have taken a couple of months and really enjoy doing it and kind of get lost in that process. It's kind of like writing. So when I write, I'm writing really, for me, the end product is something that other people can enjoy. But the process of it, for me, is really cathartic, to sit down, have an idea, and turn it into a world full of characters and people and entities and creatures. I really love that kind of thing. Also, on the back of that, I wanted to talk about 500 subscribers. So I said last time that when we get to 500 subscribers, I would do something special. I'm not quite sure what that is yet, and I will probably give you guys options of what you'd like to see, whether that be a kind of day in the life vlog type video, or a tour around somewhere, or a specific piece of artwork, or what I've been toying with is maybe singing a song. So, as I said, I used to work in music theatre. I haven't had a huge amount of confidence with everything that's happened with my health over the last few years. But Andrew and I have recently joined the Proud Marys, which is the Chester LGBTQIA choir, which has been brilliant. Absolutely loved it. A really, really good set of people there. Really enjoying being there. We actually have just worked on a secret project, which I can now talk about. So if you're ABBA fans, you'll know that ABBA have released their first couple of singles in a couple of decades, and there was a massive YouTube launch. I think it was watched by 200,000 people live, and we actually filmed a little bit of that promo. So if you're very eagle-eyed, you might see me for a split second. But we are just about finished with this piece. So as always, I really hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you haven't already, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell as well so you don't miss any videos in the future. And I will see you in our next video. Bye now.